Hello student, today now we have started our next chapter, that is the work, power and energy. Clear? So in this chapter we discuss about these three terms, work, power and energy. So now the first question is what do you mean by the work? First of all we discuss about the term, that is the work. When you hear this word work, what first come in your mind? Now the first come in our mind is when we are doing our homework, when we are dusting our room. There are the different definition we use in our daily life to define the work. When we are sitting, clear, and when we are writing some homework, we can say that we are doing work. But in physics, that work does not consider. What is the condition for the work done in physics? In the physics, work can be done if we apply a force. Work can be done if we apply a force and there is a displacement. Clear? Then we consider, then we are doing some work. For example, let us suppose I have a book. When I hold this book, is I do some work? No. When we apply a force in the upward direction, when I apply a force and we know that there is a displacement, it means is the work is doing? Yes, the work is done. When we apply a force and there is a displacement, that we can say that we are doing some work. So the condition in the physics for doing work is that we have a force and we have a displacement. Condition is that work is doing when we apply a force and there is a displacement in the direction of force. Displacement in the direction of force. Then we can say that we're doing some work in physics. Clear? Now what is the definition of the force? Work is said to be done when force is applied on a body and displaces the body through certain distance in the direction of applied force. That we can say that we're doing some work. For example, if we have some book, if we have a book on a table, let us suppose this is our book. Clear? Let us suppose any object. First of all, our object is placed at this point A. When we apply a force in this direction, clear? And we know that when we apply a force, there is a displacement in this direction. Let us suppose we have a book. This book are placed on a table. Clear? When I apply a force, the book is displaced. Let us suppose a book is displaced through a distance S. Clear? It means there is a force and there is a displacement. So we can say that we are doing some work. So if I apply a 10 Newton force, let us suppose I apply a force that is 10 Newton. We apply a force. Let us suppose that is a 10 Newton. When I apply a force that is a 10 Newton, clear, and there is a displacement. Let us suppose the displacement is the 4 meter. So, is we calculate the work? Yes, we can calculate the work. We know that work is equals to the force into displacement. What is the force? Force is a 10 Newton and displacement is the 4 meter. So, work is equals to 4 Newton meter. And we know that Newton meter, 1 Newton meter is equals to the joule. So, we can write work is equals to 10 joule. Where joule is the unit of work. Joule is the unit of work. Clear? So definition of work is clear. So work is done when we apply a force and there is a displacement in the direction of force. Clear? Now the next question come in our mind is that if I apply a force, clear? If the displacement is 0, is we doing some work? For example, this is our wall. I apply a force to this wall. Clear? I apply a force. Is there is a work? No, because the displacement is 0. So next we discuss about the types of work, and another question coming in our mind is that is the displacement and force is possible in opposite direction? Is the force and displacement are possible in opposite direction? Clear? Next we discuss about the force when we apply a work done when we apply a variable force. Next we derive the formula. Now let us pause. Let us suppose we have object here. This is our object. We apply a force and there is a displacement of the object. Clear? We know that force have two components. One component is along the x-axis, that is a horizontal component, and we apply a force that make an angle theta with the horizontal. Clear? So now we know that force has a two component, F cos theta along the x-axis, F sin theta along the y-axis, means vertically or horizontally. And we know that when we apply a force, the displacement of the body is in this direction. It means the F cos theta component is responsible for the displacement of the object. The F cos theta is perpendicular. F cos theta does not play any role for the displacement of the object. The displacement of the object is due to this horizontal component. So we can write force is equals to the F cos theta into S. So we can also write work is equals to the F dot S. Work is equals to the F dot S. Clear? We know that we have a formula in dot product. We write the dot product A vector dot B vector is equals to the AB cos theta. So we can write here F cos theta into S, right, as a F vector dot S vector, F dot S. Next we discuss about the types of force. Clear? Now the type of work done. Is the work done is positive, negative or zero? Yes. The work has three types. So now we discuss about the work. Work are divided into three types: positive, negative or zero work. Next one is the types of work. Types of work. Clear? First one is the positive work. Second, negative work. And third one is the zero work. Now what is the condition for the positive work? If the force, we know that work is equals to the force into displacement. If the force and displacement are in same direction. If the force and displacement are in same direction, so we can say that work is positive. So now by the formula we know that work is equals to the Fs cos theta. Clear? If F is also in this direction, clear, S is also in this direction, what is the angle between F and S? 0 degree. So we can put theta is equals to the 0. We put theta is equals to the 0. So work is equals to Fs. It means our work is positive. Clear? So now the next one is the negative work. So the example of the positive work is when we push a ball, clear, and the ball is displaced in the direction of force. So that is our positive work. Clear? When we playing a cricket, we apply a force and the ball is displaced in the direction of force. So that is the example of the positive work. The next one is the negative work. Is there an example in our daily life when we doing the negative work? Yes. When we throw a ball in upward direction. When we throw a ball in the upward direction, we apply the force in upward direction. Clear? But the force of gravity are acting in the downward direction. It means that case we can say that work is negative. Now the another condition is that when we apply a brake in car, in any vehicle, when we apply a brake, it means force are applied in this direction. Clear? But the displacement are in opposite direction because the brake are applied opposite to the direction of motion. कि जब हम ब्रेक अप्लाई करेंगे, जो ब्रेक होगी वो हमारी मोशन के डायरेक्शन के अपोजिट लगेगी, फोर्स अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में अप्लाई करेगा, तभी जो हमारा व्हीकल है वो स्टॉप होगा. इट मीन्स द फोर्स एंड डिस्प्लेसमेंट आर इन अपोजिट डायरेक्शन व्हेन वी अप्लाई ए ब्रेक. So in that case we can say that work is negative. So the work is negative when the force and displacement are in opposite direction. Clear? When we hit a ball in upward direction and we know that the displacement in upward direction, but the force of gravity are acting in downward direction. So in this case, what is the angle between force and displacement? That is the 180 degree. So we can write F is equals to the Fs cos 180 degree. So we know that cos 180 have value -1, so work is minus Fs. So in this case, work is negative. Now the last one case is there is two condition for the zero work. First one is if theta is 90 degree. If theta is 90 degree, work is equals to Fs cos 90 degree. We know that 90 have value 0, so we can say work is negative. This is the first case. Clear? Now the second case is also if the displacement is 0. When we apply a force to this wall, we apply a force 5 Newton, 10 Newton. Clear? When we apply a force 10 Newton, 5 Newton, 20 Newton. Is there a displacement? No, there is no displacement. Displacement is 0. So we can say that in that case, work is also 0. So the condition is that if we apply a force, is the work can be 0? Yes. If we apply a force but the displacement is 0, so we can say that work is equals to the 0. Now the condition for the 0 work done is when theta is 90 degree. For example, if we have a stone and it is tied with a thread, when we rotate the thread in a circular path, let us suppose we know that this is our stone. When it is revolved in this direction, we know that this is our centripetal force. This is our centripetal force and this is the direction of motion. What is the angle between the centripetal force and the displacement? That is a 90 degree. So in this case, we can say that work is 0. Work is 0. For example, this is our book. Clear? I apply a force. Is there a displacement? I hold this book. Clear? I apply a force. For example, let us suppose in daily life. When we hold a bag, when we holding a bag and move in this direction. Clear? The force is applied in downward direction. The force is applied by the bag in the downward direction. Clear? But the displacement in forward direction. What is the angle between the force and the displacement? That is a 90 degree. So we can say that when we hold some luggage in our head, clear, the force are in downward direction but the displacement in forward direction. What is the angle between force and displacement? That is a 90 degree. So in that case we can say that work is 0. So this is the types of the work done, that is the positive, negative and the 0 work. Clear? So this is the concept of the work done. Now the another question come in our mind is the work is a vector quantity or scalar quantity. We can say from the formula, we know that work is equals to the F dot S. If we take the dot product of two vector, it gives the vector quantity or scalar quantity. We know that when we take the dot product of two vector, it always gives the scalar quantity. It always gives the scalar quantity. It means our work is a scalar quantity. Our work is a scalar quantity. Clear? What is the unit of work? Joule. Clear? Now next we discuss about the next topic, that is the energy. What do you mean by the energy? The capacity to do work, that is known as energy. हमारी क्लास में कोई स्टूडेंट है, कोई हमारा जो स्टूडेंट है वो 2 आवर्स में मान लीजिए कितना वर्क कर सकता है, 10 न्यूटन का कर सकता है, 50 न्यूटन का कर सकता है 2 आवर्स में. सो वी कैन से दैट जो हमारा 50 न्यूटन का वर्क करेगा, वी कैन से दैट इट हैव अ हाई एनर्जी, इट हैव अ ग्रेटर एनर्जी देन अदर स्टूडेंट. द कैपेसिटी टू डू वर्क, कि हम कितना वर्क कर सकते हैं, द कैपेसिटी टू डू वर्क, दैट इज नोन एज द एनर्जी. And in 9th class, we also discussed about the kinetic energy and the potential energy. We have two types of energy, mechanical energy. The sum of kinetic energy plus potential energy, that is known as the mechanical energy. What do you mean by the kinetic energy? The kinetic energy is related to the motion. The kinetic energy is related to the motion. Next we discuss about the energy, the capacity to do work. That is known as the energy. So now what is the unit of energy? It is the capacity to do work. Energy is equals to the capacity to do work. That is known as the energy. What is the unit of energy? The unit of energy is also a joule. Clear? So वैसे तो हमारे पास एनर्जी की बहुत ज़्यादा टाइप्स है, बट वी कैन डिस्कसिंग आर मैकेनिकल एनर्जी, डेट इज आर mechanical energy, that is the kinetic energy or potential energy. In our other classes we discussed about the formula. Kinetic energy is equal to half mv square and potential energy P is equals to mgh. So the kinetic energy is related to the motion. If any object have in motion, so it have energy. We know that everything in the universe have energy. Clear? Without energy nothing is possible. No things have without energy. Clear? So if the object are moving, if the body is moving in motion, so in that case the object have energy that is known as the kinetic energy. The energy possessed by a body due to its motion, that is known as the kinetic energy. So it have a formula that kinetic energy is equals to the half mv square. Clear? So there is another formula of kinetic energy and momentum that are related to each other. So based upon this formula there is various conceptual questions. So we can say kinetic energy is equals to the half mv square. If we multiply or divided by m, we can write half m square v square by m. We can write this mv square. We know that p is equals to the mv. So we can write energy is equal to the half p square by m. So this is the relation between kinetic energy and the momentum. There is a various conceptual question that is based upon this formula. So must remember in our mind is equals to half p square by 2m. E is equals to p square by 2m. Kinetic energy is equals to the p square by 2m. Very important formula. There is various conceptual question based upon this formula. Clear? So the next one is the potential energy. So what do you mean by the potential energy? If objects are placed some height, if the object is placed at some height, let us suppose a fan. Clear? It is placed at some height from the surface of the earth. It means this fan also have energy that is known as the potential energy. So the energy possessed by a body due to its position, the energy possessed by a body due to its position, that is known as the potential energy. That is, let us suppose this is a surface and we have an object, clear, that have a certain height from the surface of the object having a mass m. So it also have energy. So that energy is known as the potential energy. Clear? So potential energy have a formula. P is equals to mgh. That is equals to the mgh. Clear? So now next topic we discuss about the work energy theorem that is related to each other. That is a work energy theorem. We discuss about the work. Next we discuss about the energy. So next topic is the work energy theorem. So the work energy theorem is equals to the work is equals to the change in kinetic energy. Work is equals to the change in kinetic energy. Definition of the work energy theorem. Clear? Next one is the work energy theorem. Next topic, that is the work energy theorem. Clear? Let us suppose if we have doing some work, we know that we apply condition for the work is we apply a force and there is a displacement. Then we can say that we are doing some work. So we can say that we know that work is equals to the force into displacement. Here, when we apply some force and there is a displacement. And we know that according to Newton's second law, force have a value F is equals to the ma. We know that F is equals to the ma. Clear? This is our first equation. This is our second. Clear? Next one, if we have to find out the displacement. If the object are moving, let us suppose it have initial velocity u. Let the object have initial velocity u. Clear? And we know that v is our final velocity. Now if we have to find out the displacement, we know that from the equation of motion we have a formula v square minus u square is equal to 2as. If the object are moving, it has some velocity that is changed. It means that have a certain acceleration. So from the formula we can say v square minus u square is equal to 2a. Clear? This is the third equation. So now put the value of f and s in our first equation. So we can write work is equals to the, that is the m a v square minus u square is equal to 2a. A are cancelled out each other. We can write work is equals to half mv square minus half mu square. We know that this is our final kinetic energy, this is our final kinetic energy, and this is our initial kinetic energy. We know the difference between final kinetic energy and initial kinetic energy is equals to the change in kinetic energy. So we can write W is equals to the change in kinetic energy, and this is the result of the work energy theorem, that work is equals to the change in kinetic energy. Thank you.